When it comes to the Mckenzie method, what we're talking about is the floppy push-up. And the floppy push-up looks something like this. So we come down, lie on our front, and then we push into this position. Now, the idea behind it is that, number one, gravity, by lying on your front, will bring the fluid back down into the disc. And then if you close, using extension, if you close the top of the disc off like that, that mechanical pressure will again sort of push it down. But there's a few limitations to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to describe some of those limitations, and then in part 2 we'll talk about how we can solve it by bringing some alternatives in. The main limitation of the floppy push-up, or the floppy push-up within the Mckenzie method, is that the extension is too much, because it can then affect 3 different parts of the disc. So what can happen, because there is some truth in that gravity will allow the fluid to come back into the disc, and there's also some truth in that it will close the disc off, and sort of that pressure will help it bring the fluid back into the disc. There is some truth in that. But what also comes along with it is obviously you've got the disc, so there's a limitation here in so much as when we come down into this position and we extend up, as I've mentioned, it can, using the pressure, it can bring it back down. But what it can also do, if you don't get it quite right, there could be some bulge still happening. And what you're doing is you're pinching the bulge, and you're maintaining the bulge because it's pinched and it can't come back down. So what obviously you have to do, you have to lie there for long enough to know that it's coming back down. But obviously you can't know that. So that's a limitation. Because you can't see it, you can't necessarily feel it go back in, then you're always going to be wondering how long is long enough. So when it comes to part 2, we'll try and solve that problem. So that's the first sort of limitation with regards to the disc. Then what we have is the facet joints. So on the back of the disc, when let's just say my spine's in neutral, and you've got the discs that are just sat on top of each other. Now when you flex and extend, so when you flex and extend, those discs, they just rock back and forth on each other, because they help the vertebra move in their little segment, their little sort of 5 degrees of movement that they've got. Now, again, if you go into that extreme extension, like so, what can happen is, because those discs get pressed together, and there may be some postures in everyday life, you may have sort of a slight posture like this, or some lordosis, which again is going to cause a bit of that problem. You're always pressing the facet joints together, and they can then inflame, and then that can create its own pain in and of itself. So again, the extreme extension is going to be pressing the facet joints together. And then the third one is the nerve. So the nerve has to come out on the side of the vertebra, it has to come out a little hole. Now again, when you go into extension, that hole closes off. If there's some degree of stenosis with that, which is basically the closing of the hole, then again, it's only going to make that worse. So you can see that there are some limitations to the Mckenzie method on how it's done. So what we now have to do is we have to look at some solutions, because there is some truth in what's being said. So we have to look at some solutions about how we can go about improving and making, in some respects, although it's not the Mckenzie method, because I'm going to do some slightly different things, but how we can make that extension posture work for us.